This competition with a brand new exercise. She's had to rearrange the tumbling just a little bit to accommodate that injury.
And actually doing an even more difficult tumbling run. This double layout right here, wow.
Different.
Really intricate choreography. This routine is very cool.
Well, without a doubt, floor exercise is the event that will put the most pressure and pounding on that Achilles tendon injury, and she just survived that like everything else she's been doing all week long. Perfect.
You feel it?
Back in Nashville, Tennessee, Courtney Coupett's dazzling once again. A 9.5 on floor exercise. Should keep her in the lead as we go back to Courtney McCool, who after the second rotation was in second place. Look how consistent she was.
Yeah, and what makes her so great on this event is not the fact that she's doing a high start value vault. It's only out of a 9.7, but she will maximize the score by doing it so neatly. She has amazing form. On the landing, does hurt. You can't take anything away from Courtney in the air. Check out the form. Her legs are glued together. Beautiful execution right there. Blind landing, forced to take the large hop. There's the deduction.
But that's amazing. I mean, to do a vault like that and do it so perfectly, except for the landing, that's about as good as you can do it, no question.
9.325 as we go to Carly Patterson on the beam. And I've got to figure in ninth place, Carly Patterson is thinking about a comeback here today.
But you know, the next two events, beam and floor exercise, are really Carly's best events. This one right here is certainly, in my opinion, is her very best event. She's world class on the balance beam.
And it starts right here with a very difficult skill called an Arabian. Changes direction. Awesome. We've said this before. What makes Carly's beam routine is this amazing dismount, the only Super E that's being done in the competition. A little bit of a hesitation there in that connection.
Asking Carly to sum up the year for us and all the emotions that are running through her, and she says, I have dreamed my entire life of going to the Olympic Games, and it's finally almost here.
Well, this is the generation that saw the Magnificent Seven in 1996 at an impressionable age of, let's say, 7 or 8. And now here they are, living out that dream.
And now here it is. This incredible dismount that she performs takes the entire length of the beam. She will tumble, and then at the end of it, perform a double Arabian.
That ought to bring her back in the standings a bit.
It's going to do a lot. Here is that first big acrobatic element. It's an Arabian. She jumps does a half turn in the air, then a front flip, and somehow gets those feet back down on the beam. She does it again on this dismount, but adds another flip, and bang, there's the ground, just that one step.
And you know, Carly says she doesn't just want to make the Olympic team, she wants to make a far bigger impression when she gets to Athens.
And a 9-7. As you go beyond 9-7, you've really hit a big score. Here's Taryn Humphrey, 9-3, 9-5, very solid. She's part of things. Remember, you want to finish top 12 to get to the Olympic trials and get 2 more chances to impress Marta Karolyi.
And you know, we've talked about Taryn being a consistent athlete. She's an all-around athlete, meaning she's good on all 4 events. She's improved here since we've last seen Taryn.
A lot, actually. She added a half twist to the vault, does one of those double twisting vaults, very difficult.
Wow.
Really well. You know, in the past, I never really thought she had the power to do a vault like that, but she's been doing them all week long, making a liar out of me.
We don't see that too often from Taryn either. A nice smile, but check out the height she gets off the horse. Has to complete 2 twists in the air. Plants her feet on the landing. The hop, of course, a little deduction.
And that smile has lasted. 9.425 on the vault. And we go back to Elise Ischino on the beam. 9.25, 9.375.
Elise actually has a very nice and difficult mount. A lot of the athletes just jump up onto the beam. She will do a round off to a back layout. Very difficult.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and actually Marta Karolyi would prefer that most of the athletes just jump up on the beam. She would prefer that they get on there, do their more difficult skills, not take so much of a risk. But Elise takes risk on the mount. She also does it on the dismount. Very tough exercise.
But you know, Elf, you make a very valid point there. Marta Karolyi would prefer her to not take that risk, but I think the reason why it is working, because a lot of people didn't think having someone like Marta Karolyi in the top spot was going to work because it's a country of individuals. She does make recommendations, but she listens to the coaches. They feel they have a say in their athletes' development, and sometimes she'll say, okay, go ahead.
After performing so well at an international event in Brazil earlier this year, Marta gave her that opportunity in Hawaii to be part of a team competition, and she has just been on the rise.
Probably all she's thinking about right now is that sidestep on the dismount, because everybody knows how big those are.
It's the new Elise. She's still there.
And now we get our first look at Carly Janiga. And I know, Tim, you've been talking her up since I arrived here in Nashville, and I just wonder if she really has had very little international or even American experience. In fact, the only international event that's on her resume was at the Karolyi camp recently in Houston.
Well, you're exactly right, Al, but she has got the goods, I'll tell you. And she'll show it from start to finish in this floor exercise routine. Probably, I don't know. I don't think there's anybody in the world, maybe a young lady from Brazil, that does as difficult a floor routine. 4 huge tumbling runs.